Oil was supposed to build the new Iraq. Now it's threatening to tear it apart. The plan was to use Iraq's huge reserves to fuel its economy and unite its people in prosperity. It didn't work out that way. But Iraq's new rulers haven't given up hope. America told the Iraqi government it would have to pass an oil law regulating the industry if it wanted to carry on getting US support. The draft sitting in Parliament will open the door to foreign investment and distribute oil revenues to each province according to its population. It all sounds like a good idea, but ordinary Iraqis aren't convinced. And who can blame them? The new Iraq has meant rising fuel prices and long waits. Some of these people have been waiting 2 days to fill their tanks, and they don't think the new plans will make things better. A recent poll by British NGO Platform found 91% of Iraqis felt they were not given enough information about the new oil law. 63% said they would prefer an Iraqi state oil firm to produce the country's reserves.
The politicians are in one world, and the poor Iraqi people are in another.
Where is the oil? Where has it gone? I want to ask the politicians, where are the generators? Where is the electricity? Where has it all gone? I'm addressing the oil minister, who says he's an Iraqi, who came to end our suffering. But where are the rights of the destitute? We are a people of suffering.
And it's the poor who suffer the most. The soaring fuel bills forced Iraqis like Hussein to resort to desperate measures.
There is no firewood. Fuel is too expensive and my husband is unemployed, so I don't have any other option. I can't buy gas. The smoke is black. It has chemicals. The bread tastes strange. It's not like cooking it on firewood.
One of the men who drew up the law says his original draft was meant to serve Iraqis like Hussein before the politicians subverted his work.
Famous word in Iraq today, which set every political decision, is called muhasasa. Muhasasa in English terminology would mean mutual concessions. Scratch my back, I scratch your back.
While the politicians bicker over oil wealth that could rival Saudi Arabia's, Hussein bakes bread for her family by burning rubbish.
In April this year, the musician Jose Martinez Ochoa was gunned down in the Mexican city of Culiacán. He was one of a growing number of musicians caught up in a spiraling drug cartel war that is being played out not only in the streets across Mexico, but also on the internet. Gangs such as the Zetas, the Chapos, and the Gulf cartels are using the internet to revel in their killings and to taunt the Mexican government and other cartels. This video, posted on the internet, is by a cartel boss who murdered the famous musician Valentino Elizalde. The boss felt a song by Valentino made fun of his cartel and he had him killed. This city of Culiacán is full of such musicians. Here, one can find streets full of mariachis waiting for hire. I headed downtown to chat to some of them.
Muchas veces son los peligros que no sabes a quién vas a tocarle. El mismo peligro porque a una prostituta la llevan, ¿quién la lleva? ¿Quién sabe? Se paró un cliente y se la llevó. A nosotros igual, se paró un cliente, ¿quién es? ¿Quién sabe? Pero nosotros fuimos a trabajar porque tenemos que trabajar. Este es nuestro trabajo y de ello vivimos. Por eso muchas veces
China has become the world's factory, a factory which needs a megaload of electricity. the Chinese use coal to produce most of their energy, and there are hundreds of new coal-fired power stations in production. The resulting pollution is dire, and the government knows it. Sustainable development is the government's new catch cry, and it's pouring resources into renewable energy. Although wind power costs almost twice as much to produce as coal-fired power, in China the Australians have found generous incentives to make it a profitable investment. There are tax breaks from the Chinese government, and because China, unlike Australia, is a signatory to the Kyoto Protocol, there's international funding as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be here today in Changchun to sign, together with our great partner Dartan Jiling, one of what's going to be the world's largest wind farms.
He's just signed a deal to build a wind farm which will produce 1,000 megawatts of electricity. At full capacity, it could power 2 million homes.
This has the potential to be the world's largest wind farm. Now, maybe, I guess, as the industry's growing a lot, by the time we fully develop that, it may not be, but it's certainly a very significant wind farm in a world sense.
China has enormous problems with air pollution, more than any other country. It's drawing on expertise from Australia and elsewhere to try and turn things around. Some will see this as an Australian brain drain, and if Australia has lost, certainly China has gained. But this is the world's problem, and maybe this company is making a killing in the place where it's most needed.
Below this field is one of the most complicated machines ever built, a real-life time machine. Buried hundreds of meters beneath the French-Swiss border, this machine will shoot beams of energy around a 27-kilometer-long loop and smash those beams of energy together again at the end. It's designed to peer into the origins of the universe and is the brainchild of 6,000 of the world's top scientific minds. The biggest job of the collider is to sift the cosmic soup for a particle called the Higgs boson, also dubbed the God particle. The Higgs boson is a theoretical particle that's never been detected. It appears at energy levels that only this new machine can reach, and even inside the atlas, the Higgs boson may only be visible every 10 trillion collisions.
We're looking for not a needle in a haystack, I think we're looking for a needle in about 10,000 haystacks. Probably even more like 100,000 haystacks, depending on how big a needle you're looking for. The extraction of such a small signal from such a large amount of data has never been done before.
What makes finding the Higgs particle worth the multi-billion-dollar investment is the fact that it's thought to give everything in the universe its mass. And after centuries of probing the big questions, physics still has no answer for where mass comes from.
Si hubieras vivido en la colonia, hubieras tenido un balcón para mirar sin que te vieran. Conocer las debilidades de la gente siempre ha dado poder. Y todavía más si uno provoca esa debilidad.
No se ve ni nada, no se nota. No se nota, se fue un poco. Mañana se va a montar el video donde no, pues. No estamos hablando. Mira, te estoy diciendo que ni siquiera teniendo esto, nosotros por ética no utilizamos esas cosas mal, porque tenemos una ética de trabajo.
Filmar. ¡Qué falta de ética!, les decías. Y te creían. Y se sentían a salvo. ¡Qué amigo de tus amigos! Todos hablaban contigo en el más estricto privado. Ninguno sospechaba que habías ensayado la forma en que recibirían el dinero. Los dólares deberían verse ostensibles. humillantes, comprometedores. Por eso tu cámara grababa sin cesar. Grabaste miles de videos, porque necesitabas probar la más ruin de tus teorías. Todo hombre tiene un precio.